Well, greetings and salutations, Series 7 test takers. This is Dean Tenney, the Series 7 guru, coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas. If you are looking for a free supplement to your paid study materials, my YouTube channel is the solution. But if you are looking for a paid supplement, you don't have a Kaplan QBank, I highly recommend it. With the Guru 10 discount code at checkout, you can get it for about $60. Wonderful investment. For that commercial, Kaplan allows me to give you free looks on Kaplan content, and we always honor explication requests from any test prep vendors. It's easy if it's Kaplan, because you can give me the QID like this test taker did, and I can bring it up backstage, see what you're looking at. All right, well, let's get busy on QID 1264789. A customer sells short 100 XYZ at 79. So the first thing you got to know is that when you have stock and options, the stock dominates. That's where most people get hung up here. So it's very important to recognize that I'm selling short the stock. And that means I'm bearish. No matter what option comes next, this is a bearish position. The stock dominates. And so that's important because that means if the stock goes down, I'm going to make money. And if the stock goes up, I'm going to lose money. And so that's why that's important. If I were long the stock, I'd be bullish. Same kind of a thing. So that's really important as kind of something to recognize. Okay, so I shorted the stock at 79, and so now I'm going to do my initial setup. I'm hoping to sell high and buy low, and so that was my opening sale on the stock. Now, important to know that the offset here, in terms of my T, is going to be buying the stock. I like to use dollars in. Some people like to use credit plus, whatever floats your boat. Okay, simultaneously, I write 1XYZ January 80 put at 5. And that's not going to be so bueno here because, I don't want to have an obligation to buy back the borrowed stock. I need a choice. So anytime I, write the option, don't buy the option, I have a partial hedge. Kind of works. Stock could go up a little bit, but it doesn't really, lock in any kind of a effective hedge here. Because what I have is an obligation to buy at 80 or higher, the put will expire and I'll still be exposed to unlimited risk. By the way, I think that's the main test question, is recognize that this position has not been effectively hedged and still exposes the customer to unlimited risk. I wouldn't oblige myself to do anything unless you paid me some money, and so I did an opening sale there for 5. So I brought in 79 for the short stock position. I brought in 5 points for the put, so I'm total in 84. The maximum gain potential is, and this is why this is really kind of a dumb bear here, not a very smart bear at that, because if the stock goes down below 80, the put is going to get exercised. I'm going to buy the stock at 80. That's my best case scenario. My best case scenario is that somebody makes me buy the stock at 80. I give the stock back to the person I borrowed it from. And ultimately, that still works because I have more money in than money out. And that is the answer to the question. The maximum gain is 4 points or $400. As I said, I think this is a very foolish position because it exposes you to unlimited risk. In fact, if we look at this position, they look very similar, don't they? If you think about it, selling that 80 call of 4, max gain is $400. That's the max gain here. Max loss is unlimited. That's the max loss here. The break even is 84. That's the break even here. So, a naked call is very similar to a short stock and short the put. And what we mean by that is test question recognition, both expose customer to unlimited risk. Now, what this customer should have done instead of shorting the put is buy a call. Then it would have been effectively hedged. And that's a more likely scenario. So I think on the test, you wouldn't be asked the maximum gain here. I think you'd be asked to recognize the maximum loss, which is unlimited, right? Because as we said, what happens here if the stock is 80 or higher, let me just do that. 80 or higher, that contract expires. And I still have an obligation to go in the open market and buy that stock, and we just don't know what that would cost me. And so there is no ceiling here. There is no ceiling. So exposes us still to unlimited risk. All right, well, I hope you found that helpful. Remember, inch by inch, your Series 7 is a cinch. Yard by yard, your Series 7 is hard. And I will see you for the next explication request.